Hey there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you all along with me on my party prep routine. So we are going to be hosting a gingerbread decorating competition. So I figured I'd take you all along with me and show you everything that I do when I'm hosting a party. So hopefully you can get some fun tips and ideas for whatever holiday gathering you may be hosting this season. So first thing we're going to do is head over to the kitchen and prep our food. Okay, so when it comes to prepping the main course for a crowd, one of my favorite go-tos is a pasta bake. And I will say we don't necessarily have a crowd for this party. This is only going to be 6 people, but anytime I'm cooking for 6 or more, I love a pasta bake because it feeds a bunch of people and it's easy to prep ahead of time. You can just pop it into the oven the day of and you don't feel like you're working away in the kitchen and missing out on all the fun. So it's also great for leftovers. So I always make sure to have a Pyrex that has a lid so I can easily just store this, and then when it's time to bake it, I can put it in the oven. And then to serve with it, I just pick up these garlic knots from Aldi, super cheap and easy. You just pop them in the oven and then I serve it with a salad. So it makes the food part really easy, especially since we can prep it ahead of time. So let's get cracking on this so we can get that all prepped.
Okay, so this is everything that you're gonna need for the recipe. This is a baked spaghetti dish, so this is my go-to crowd pleaser meal. Everyone always loves it and it's great for leftovers. So I first start by heating up my water to boil the pasta, and then I chop up 1 large onion. And you can also mince some garlic as well. I just didn't have any on hand, but you're gonna saute the onions in a little bit of olive oil. And while those are heating up, you're gonna combine an 8-ounce block of cream cheese with a bag of shredded Parmesan cheese and mix that up until it's all combined. And now that our onions are translucent, we're gonna add in the meat, and I used ground beef here, but you can use turkey as well. And I'll usually just add a splash of water at this part, and then for added flavor, I use half of a tube of ground sausage. And this is where I'll add the seasonings. I like to use garlic salt and some Italian seasoning here. And then once it's all cooked and brown, you're just gonna turn off the heat. Now our pasta should be ready, so I'm just gonna use some spaghetti noodles, and once those are all cooked and drained, I'm going to add in this family-sized Prego sauce right in there. Then we're gonna add in the meat and mix that up so it's all nice and evenly incorporated. And then you're gonna transfer half of the mixture to a 9x12 baking dish, and then break up your cream cheese and Parmesan mixture and lay that out. And then you're just gonna go in and plop the rest of the pasta mixture over that. Then I finish it all off with a layer of mozzarella cheese, and that is it. A super easy and delicious baked spaghetti all ready to go for the party. I usually bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 minutes, and I cover it with foil for the first 20 minutes, and then I remove it so that the cheese doesn't burn. But it always comes out so delicious, and this is my go-to crowd pleaser recipe. It's so easy to do, and everyone always goes back for more.
Okay, so now that the main course is prepped, we're gonna switch gears a little bit and work on the table setup. And I have lots of videos on my channel about creating a very expensive and elevated look on a budget when it comes to tablescapes, and lots of tips and tricks. So I will link those below, but obviously this table setup is going to be a little bit more geared towards the gingerbread contest and making that special. So we're gonna get started on that.
Okay, so what sparked the inspiration for this party was a trip that my friends and I took to Asheville, North Carolina back in the beginning of December. We stayed in a cabin and visited the Omni Grove Park Inn, which is basically like a Hallmark movie set. And there they host the National Gingerbread Competition. So you can walk around and look at all of the incredible gingerbread houses. So I was really trying to channel some of that just on a much smaller scale. So because decorating gingerbread houses gets so messy, I just used this white plastic tablecloth that I found at the Dollar Tree, and this was so convenient when it came time to clean up. But to dress it up a little bit, I used these chiffon fabric scraps to use as a table runner, and this just helps it feel a little bit more elegant. But if they get dirty, I can easily just run them through the wash. And for our gingerbread houses, I scored these $5 houses at Five Below, which worked perfectly. I decided that construction would be part of the competition, so I just took them out of the box and placed one at each spot with the icing and sprinkles that it came with. And then I cut the directions off of the back of the box and just placed one of those at each spot so everyone could have a visual of how to put them together. And normally I'm not a big name card person, but we did need some judging cards. And when I was at Pottery Barn, I saw these super cute gingerbread salt and pepper shakers. And then when I was at Hobby Lobby, I saw these little card holders that looked super similar to them for only $1.50 each. So I had to get them, and I thought they'd be so cute to put out on a console table also to display some of the Christmas cards that we get. But for the party, I thought it'd be nice to hold the judging cards, and the night before I printed out some on watercolor paper, and each one was personalized with the person's name, and then it had a little space to judge everyone else's houses and the criteria for judging. And my printer was out of colored ink, unfortunately, so I just went over this little gingerbread graphic with my watercolor pens to give it more of an official feel, and then I just set them out at each of the spots with the pen. So now that the place settings were all done, I wanted to decorate the center of the table with toppings. And when decorating for any party with food, I really like to try to have different levels. So when I found these little candle holders at the Dollar Tree, I was so excited. I just set them out with bowls on top to hold some of our decorating toppings, and this just gives the table some different levels of height, which is really pleasing to the eye and just looks super professional. And you can do this with a buffet table setup. You could even use some glue to glue cheap bowls or plates on top of the candle holders if you wanted them to be a little bit sturdier, or if you're worried about kids knocking them off. You could also use stacks of books or other objects that you already have at home as little risers also. And most of these toppings I either had in my pantry or I bought them at the Dollar Tree, so it was really affordable, and I was super happy with how the table setup came together. It looks really aesthetic and elegant, but is also very practical. And one more thing I wanted to have ready was little piping bags, and I just put some store-bought frosting into plastic baggies. I made sure to squeeze out all the air, and then I tied them off with this little wire wrap. And this is just a cheap way to create a piping bag with things you already have, but you do want to make sure that you get a nice thick quality brand of bags for this, just because they can explode. But my goal was to make a bunch of them so nobody would be waiting to use one.
Okay, so now that the table is roughly set up, we're gonna go move on over to prepping our dessert. I figured we're gonna smell all the gingerbread and want it, but not be able to eat the houses. So I figured it'd be nice to have some soft gingerbread cookies on hand. And I'll tell you guys, I went to like 4 different stores trying to find gingerbread cookie mix, because I was looking everywhere for a cookie mix that looks like this, because I remember in years past, they used to have one of these that was like gingerbread, right? So I figured that they were just sold out at every store. So I kept going to different grocery stores, and then I finally realized they only make a gingerbread cake and cookie mix. So it's like in the cake section, but it's a cake and cookie mix. So they had it at all the stores that I was at. I just didn't realize it. So if you're looking for the gingerbread cookie mix, it is in the cake section.
So something else that comes in super handy when hosting is a bar cart. Counter space suddenly becomes very scarce when having a party, so I like to keep this in a closet for storage, and then I pull it out when I need an extra surface when I'm entertaining. So when I was at Hobby Lobby, I found these super cute little to-go boxes, and I figured these would be perfect for everyone to take their houses home in, or maybe to take some of the candy toppings in. And if you all remember from my last video, I made these cute little gingerbread ornaments, so I thought it'd be cute to give each person a little house ornament as a little memento from the competition. So I just put the boxes on the bottom of the cart so people could easily grab them when everything was over. And I also set our cute little gingerbread cookies on top. And when I was at Home Goods, I actually found these gorgeous snowflake glasses for $10. I really liked them because you could use them for wine or cocktails. So I just set them next to the cookies so everyone could grab one. And not only is this bar cart practical, but it just makes everything look so professionally styled and aesthetic. Another thing I like to do when hosting is just pop some games out on the coffee table, so that way they're in sight and there if anyone wants to start playing. And I also found these super cute burgundy plates and napkins at Hobby Lobby, and one of my go-to tricks when setting up for a party is just to fan out some napkins in a decorative bowl. This is so easy to do and just makes them easy to grab and also looks really elegant and designer.
Okay, so a lot lot of things are prepped and ready to go. We're about an hour out, and I have some ingredients for a drink, but I haven't tested it, so I figured we could give it a little taste test and see. So we have this winter wassail punch and then this triple ginger brew. Both of these are from Trader Joe's. So I thought it'd be pretty easy to just mix the two of those together with some vodka. So we're gonna test that and see.
Perfect.
And then if it's good, I'll whip up like a full batch for the pitcher. All right, pre-party cheers. Mmm. That is so good.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
This is like a 20 out of 10. I was not expecting the flavor to be like so festive. It says a festive beverage made of apple, cherry, blackcurrant, and lemon juices from concentrate infused with holiday spices and orange peel. And for me, I really just taste the holiday spices and orange peel. I don't taste like cherry and like stuff like that. Do you?
I taste the apple.
Oh, the apple. What is your opinion? Do you not like it?
No, it's good. It's good. I don't know.
I really like it.
It's good. It does taste like a holiday beverage.
Yeah, it does.
It tastes like decorating gingerbread houses.
Exactly. It is exactly what it tastes like. I definitely feel confident putting all of this in a pitcher now, like now that I know it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Now I'm like, dang, we should have bought more.
Okay, so this is the little area that I use as our drink station, and a while back I found these mini chalkboards at the Dollar Tree, and they come in super handy for labeling food so people kind of know the gist of what's in things. So I kept with our ginger theme and I called this Ginger Brew. Mike was also super kind to go out in the rainy, windy weather and cut us some rosemary from the garden to use as garnishes. So I just washed those off and put them in this little bowl, and I also wanted to make a cinnamon sugar rim, so I just put some in this lemon juicer and then I mixed that all up, and I popped some limes next to it so people could have the option to sugar their rim. I also like to put my ice out separately so that it doesn't melt into the drink, and I make my pitchers non-alcoholic so people can mix in whatever they want or nothing at all. So to make the pitcher all pretty, I just sliced up an orange and then I added in some cranberries, and I used 3 ginger brews, and then I topped it off with the wassail punch. And not only did this look super aesthetic in the picture, but the drinks themselves were so pretty and delicious.
I've always wanted to be a YouTube star.
Jenna,
We'd love to be featured on your
do
channel.
I need to, do I need to sign something?
Every category is 1 to 10. Mine is the rosemary cottage. We have rosemary front door and back door. It basically is like a snow globe in this home all the time.
The Grinch's dog is made of a marshmallow-like body. I don't really know exactly what that thing was. Got some pretzel legs.
Wait, so this is the resurrection stone,
It's a
not
different
the
stone.
sorcerer's stone.
Correct.
Score's going down quickly.
This is a Hallmark Christmas cottage. It is bookable on Airbnb. You just have to look for the pretzel fence and then follow the gumdrop path, and you can stay here. There's also been many movies filmed here. This is garland. Always, if you notice on Hallmark, they have garland on everything that you can put garland on.
It's our breakdown of our friendship in a gingerbread house. There is spike ball back there that we've all played. That's my best attempt at some spike ball. There is a stump with a few nails in there for stump game.
Oh, what?
And then you gotta have a nice little fire going over there when it's cold this time of year.
Okay, when Buddy the Elf is traveling through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest,
Swirly twirly got
I thought that he would need somewhere to stay on his way to go find his dad in New York City, so this was his little cabin in the woods that I designed for him.
That's so awesome. I can see it.
Drum roll, the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card is Maddie! Yay, congratulations!
Where's the winning house?
So,
Speed.
Maddie came in, do you want to hear for second, third?
Yeah.
I came in second with 141, and then it was very close for third place. But Katie came in third at 138. Yeah. So,
Way to go, lady.
Who was
Yeah.
last? Me or Matt? Which one?
somebody sabotaged me.
Everyone just looked at Daniel.
I gave him like super low scores, and I was like adding them up, and I was like, whoa, that's low. Like it was like we weren't even getting those low numbers like at all in anyone. So the totals are here if anyone wants to look at them.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Alright everyone, that about wraps up this video. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and I know that hosting, especially this time of year, can seem very stressful and daunting, but I do just want to remind you all that it's not about the details or the aesthetic. It's all about friends and family coming together and the memories that you all get to make together. So don't forget that. I know sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that, especially this time of year, but being able to just host a place where everyone can gather together is such a blessing. And even if you don't host very much, or maybe you get stressed when hosting, I definitely encourage you to give it a try. If not this season, maybe in the new year, just because I feel like it really does create such great memories. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video and found some of these tips helpful. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help to support the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I just want to thank you all so much for watching this one, and I hope you're having a fabulous holiday season so far, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!